Rolling with the homies.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Trolling with Gwen Honey, where we're going to talk a little bit about gossip, a little bit about politics, but a whole lot of bullshit. Now, on today's episode, we are going to discuss dating. But before we get down to the nitty gritty, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. First and foremost, the one thing that is really trending today is Officer Potter getting 2 years for killing a young black man named Dante Wright. 2 years. So one of the things that one of the celebrities tweeted out, a young lady named JT tweeted out, was she got 2 years for doing fraud, and this young lady got less time for taking a life. As a black woman, and I'm sure as black men, as black people, we are tired of this same narrative going on and on and on and on and on. You know, this is something that seemingly happens every 3 to 4 months. A black man is killed or a black woman is killed, and the justice system never seems to prevail on our side. And if it does, it takes so much effort just to get it done. And we frankly are tired. I think another thing that makes me upset is Judge Chun said that we should have empathy for the officer. Who the fuck is going to have empathy for the mother who lost her child? I am so sick and tired of the same scenario. The same scenario. I think it should be prohibited for judges to give their personal input on situations like that. And you know what? I'm not going to talk about this too much simply because it is going to make me angry, and we have a good show coming up. Another thing that's happening in today is, the Coast Guard seized over $1 billion worth of cocaine and marijuana. Somebody finna be on a chopping block. And I know there's about to be some high police officers in Miami. Okay? So y'all be safe out there. Y'all niggas might not be getting y'all stuff for the week. For those of you who like to do booger sugar, or those of you who like smoke weed, you know, I ain't judging, but you know, your shipment or what is it? Supply and demand might be a little bit off for the next couple of weeks. Shout out to the Coast Guard. Y'all about to cost some folks their lives. Next on the agenda, I do want to talk about one more thing that sort of kind of has something to do with dating. It actually dating is the prelude to marriage, right? So anyone who knows a young lady named Kiara Sheard, she's a gospel singer who has come up in the industry for a very long time. Everybody knows what the Clark sisters and act like you know. If you've been on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this young lady did an interview recently where she basically stated that her girlfriends are not allowed to spend the night to her house. So of course, the internet trolls did what they did best. Made a mountain out of a molehill. So you have people on here saying that she has trust issues and she's insecure and blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, okay, Helen Keller. Have you not heard strawberry letters? Have you not heard situations where young ladies are getting pregnant by their best friend's husband, or their husbands are out doing this and that? It's prevention, folks. And I think a lot of people read too far deep into it. I mean, as a woman, as a human being, you eat healthy to prevent heart disease. You wear your seatbelt to prevent being ejected from a vehicle. Now, does that keep you from completely developing heart disease or completely being ejected from a vehicle? Absolutely not. But the prevention is fucking necessary.
So
and
so you saying don't put crack in front of a crackhead?
Don't put crack in front of a crackhead.
Boom.
People, human beings are sexual by nature. And even if you have never looked upon one of her friends, you know, opportunities present themselves and people do things they never thought they would freaking do. So I think her having that, setting that particular boundary is extremely important. We always want to, you know, oh, you need to set boundaries. Okay, she set a boundary and now y'all judging her. And a lot of y'all judging her probably because, number one, you ain't got no significant other and you mad. That's number one. Or number two, you trying to defend your friends who are fucking married men or women. Or number three, you are the motherfucker fucking them. And that's it for right now. So what's up with all? Is this like the week of the dicks? What's happening? Everybody wants to show everybody their pina coladas, and I'm just very confused. So if anybody's been following everything that's been happening with Black Celebrity News, we first started out with Nelly.
Wasn't Nelly first?
Nelly was first. Oh, no. First, let's back up. No, first, it was Sister who done fucked it all up for everybody to go to Sipping Paint. She up there giving bold, full throttle neck. I'm talking all neck, no breaks.
Wait a minute on Twitter.
All neck, no breaks. Sister done went to a Sipping Paint and in front of everybody is letting this man drive his meat down her esophagus. I think it was touching her medulla oblongata a little bit because all I saw was... Okay, so first it started out with that. I just want to talk about that. Then next came Nelly. Okay, so here's the problem that I have with Nelly and what happened with him. A lot of people got on the internet trolling like they usually do, and I'm going to troll a little bit, but I ain't going to troll Nelly, and was talking about how his meat was little and all this stuff. His meat actually was not little. Now, I don't know what kind of Godzilla men y'all out here taking, but his was a decent size. Yeah. The girth was there, she had a,
I think they really did too much. Like, what kind of I look like a regular D.
It looked like a regular D to me.
Like
But no, let's talk about sis in the video.
It was very lackluster.
F. It's an F minus. Sister, you got to put some spit on that thing. Salt and pepper shape. It was no spit. It was drier than the Mojave Desert. I mean, it looked like she was getting ready to kick up sparks. That meat was so dry.
And she barely wanted to touch it too. Like she looked like she was like,
girl, you got
the check ain't clear.
You got to be more like the lady from the Sipping Paint. She was playing with the heat. She was playing with it, and I just did not appreciate that because he was absolutely enjoying that. He was enjoying it. And you know what? Honestly, if I didn't have a boo thing... Do you hear me? And if it wasn't for me having a little I'd have been like, call me Cornell. But I ain't going to do that because I ain't a hoe, and I'm faithful. So then we got Lil Fizz.
Oh, Lil Fizzy Wizzy.
You know what? Okay. Lil Fizz's mellow mushroom is not my thing per se, but for some people it might be a good thing. I'm thinking maybe the umbrella kind of massages the G-spot. What was April them fight? They was fighting over that. That's what they were fighting over. And maybe that was what, because I really don't know, but all power to Lil Fizz. I still got love for you, but the mellow mushroom just ain't for me. Okay. It was somebody else. It was a rapper. The baby. See, that's why the baby act like that. Because he got a big on me.
Precisely.
That's precisely why he act like that. Got the girls singing raggedy songs called "They Want a Yellow Bone." He got a big little meat. He got a big little meat, but he might be somebody's boo, and sharing that meat in the penitentiary if he don't calm his ass the fuck down. He been offended by the new meat on the market. So, that's my review of the meats this week. I think I'm done. Hopefully next week, Method Man gets the memo, and a few other fine ones. Maybe Morris Chestnuts gets the memo. And, you know what I'm saying? I just be wanting to ask, like, do your wife let you have friends? But, I ain't gonna be like that, so. So now we got to talk about dating. Now, before y'all start coming in my comment section acting like y'all ain't got no home training, just know that these do's and don'ts as it pertains to dating is my personal opinion. You can listen to them or you could not. I got 2 men, unless my boyfriend watching. In that case, I'm just playing, boo. So we gonna just get to the shit. Okay. So first of all, do's and don'ts. We're going to start with the do's. Now, when you're in the dating scene and you're going on dates, one thing you really want to do is be on time. Now, anybody who knows me personally knows I'm being a hypocrite. I know. Don't be trying to call me out, girl. Don't be trying to call me out on my show. But I'm trying to tell the people to listen to me, but don't be like me. Y'all better be on time for them people dates. Okay?
That's the first one?
Huh?
Number one.
That's numero uno. I probably should have left that for number 7.
You probably.
Yeah. Anywho's, the second do is to make sure that you wear things that are appropriate for the date. For example, do not wear a prom dress to Applebee's. And if he's taking you to Applebee's, you might want to reconsider. I know the man about to have a field day in the comment section on that. I don't care. Don't take me to no sizzler for no 2 for 2 on the first date. Okay.
Yeah. So what? So what you think? Like Ruth Chris or something?
I mean, not necessarily Ruth Chris, but at the very least, Cheesecake Factory.
Look, Cheesecake Factory.
I mean, it's Applebee's with a prom dress on.
I love
you.
You do cheesecake.
But don't take me to no 2 for 20.
It's plain cheesecake.
You know what I'm saying? At least cheesecake. So just make sure that it's a time. Even if y'all go out salsa dancing, don't wear a prom dress. Don't be too revealing, ladies. Fellas, wear some appropriate shoes. Hopefully you guys know how to dress, but just make sure wherever you go, it matches the environment. If you're going to go out for a walk, don't wear a suit and tie, fellas. That's retarded. Okay, so just make sure when you go on a date, make sure that your dress, your attire is appropriate. Okay? All right. Safety wise. So ladies and fellas, but this is more so geared toward the ladies. One of the things that I do recommend is when you go on a date, to recommend a restaurant that has valet. Okay, and I say this for a lot of reasons. Of course, people have gotten missing and blah 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 blah. It takes out the element of you being pressured to have a kiss or having somebody walk you to your car, the risk of being kidnapped, the whole 9. So when you go on a date, just make sure you pick a restaurant that has valet, so that at the end of the night you can give them their hug. Especially if it was a horrible date, run. Okay, I'm going to the bathroom. Get your valet card and be out.
Oh my God.
You can be mad at your mom, not me. So I think that's important as far as safety is concerned. So just make sure you do that. I know in Atlanta, a nice restaurant, Two Urban Lakes. Two Urban Lakes is a good restaurant to go to.
Everybody talks about it.
I like it. And for me personally, the food isn't all of that, but the ambiance is everything. The drinks are cute too. So like they have the little fires and stuff, and it's real zhuzh and intimate. Okay, so that's a good first date place that people could go. It's not super expensive. The food is okay, and the ambiance is absolutely amazing to me. So I think this is a good first date. Another do y'all have any suggestions? Y'all been out the game a long time. Another suggestion for me personally, like I said, y'all don't have to listen to me, but I keep my Glock in my dash and sometimes in my purse, or I keep a razor blade. Just make sure you have a weapon. It doesn't mean that you're going to use it. Have some mace, maybe a blade, a knife, whatever you feel like. Take a weapon with you. That's just my opinion. If you feel like you trust people enough on the first date to not bring anything to defend yourself, maybe even brass knuckles, then honey, that's on you. But what I am telling you is Mercury seems to be in retrograde.
Let me ask you, what if a nigga fought on the first date? How would you take that?
Oh, I'm gonna be out like LeBron was in that conference.
For real? Like,
hopefully we're not at dinner, because I don't want you leaning
exactly.
on the table. I got a fart.
You farting all over my chicken fart folly.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you? You could have got up and went to the bathroom. If we out at the park and you like, oh, let me go over here, my stomach a little bubbly.
Right,
okay, that's different. Have some. I wish a nigga.
Nah, what if it's a silent killer and you just be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
I wouldn't know.
And then I'd be like, yo, it was me, man.
But see, let me tell you something about me personally. I don't like sneaky farts. It's like, if you fart, tell me. You know what I'm saying? My ex-husband used to do that shit. He used to wait till it was dead of winter and the windows was up in the car and have a silent fart that
and
used to
just
be
ride.
so dead.
And then just sit there and ride.
And I used to be going up and be like, you nasty, you so nasty. It used to make me so angry.
Suck it in.
That's so gross.
Now, if we are already in a relationship and I know how you do, just tell me when you finna fart. Don't fart under the covers.
Nope.
Y'all be farting under the covers?
Yeah,
I can't do it. Please tell me.
Who finna get up?
I mean, I'm gonna pull the covers back.
Sound like mine.
I'm gonna pull the covers back, but don't do that. I mean,
it'll be sat there live.
It'll be acceptable later, but on a first date, if you fart at the table, I'm gonna get up and walk away like LeBron.
I think I would too.
Like, why you do that? Anywho,
That is a little disrespectful.
It's very. Also, something that's very important is ping somebody your location. Every time you move somewhere, ping someone your location, especially if y'all gonna like bar hop. Be leery of your drinks, things of that nature. So I think it's important that way. If you go missing, you're like, okay, well, she pinged me at 8:45. This is her last location, and the search can start from there. You know, so it is all about safety, even for the guys. And guys, for first dates, for the love of black baby Jesus, Deontay Christ, stop inviting women you do not know to your home.
So they gonna rob the shit out
So
of
they
you.
can rob you. They be like, oh, I'm going to just bring over to the house because the first date should be intimate at my house. Okay, you're going to be intimate at your house, tied up, no money in the bank, and all your shit going to be gone. Don't do that.
Little cousin went to jail because he shot a bitch.
That set him up?
She came to the house robbing and he shot her.
And he shot their ass.
It's a hard knock life. Really, I'm sorry. I hate that. I really do hate that. Because a lot of these cute young ladies out here be attached to some real shiesty men, and they use their good looks to lure in men, and they rob them. I've heard this story over and over and over again. So even if you don't have money, let her be up front or be creative. Like, take her to the park or something. I don't want to go to the park. So if you're going to date me, if you're going to take me on a date, that's completely out because I ain't trying to sweat and be outside. But if you don't have a whole lot, first of all, if you don't have a whole lot of money, you probably shouldn't even be listening to this segment. Go get your money up. But if you're on a budget, do something that is within your budget, you know, and you don't have to tell people, oh, I'm broke, because that is complete turnoff, but be creative in the things that you're doing. But for the love of God, stop inviting people into your house. And half the time you don't want to let nobody in your car, because they could leave drugs in your car. You know, you can all kinds of things down. But so those are some don'ts. Also, while you're on the date, I think one of the things that is a major turnoff, especially for men that I've heard, I even know that this was a thing. They said women go on dates on the first date. They're like, oh, my phone bill is about to get turned off. My phone is about to get turned off.
I heard people do that.
I cannot believe.
I can't believe people do that.
I know you dusty heifers ain't out there doing that. Stop. But is somebody out here doing it? Tricking ain't easy, apparently. So please stop asking for money on dates. That is very unattractive.
That's wrong.
That's
Tricking has always been easy.
Tricking is definitely easy.
well, that's true. You're right.
Pimping that's the problem.
They said pimping is the problem, but tricking is easy. That's what the Amen Corner said. Also, when you're on a date, be positive, have fun. I think a lot of times the problem with a lot of people who are going on dates is they go into dates with these high expectations, talking about marriage and all kinds. No, go in with low expectations. For him and her, go in.
So how much should you reveal on the first date? Like,
not a lot.
So you not being yourself then?
No, it's not that you're.
I think you should just lay that shit out. Like, this me.
No, I think that you should give people doses of you. That is the key. Give people doses of you. Don't give people too much because you want people to want more of you. Honey, you got to be a little mysterious.
Come on, shoulder. Okay.
And it's not being fake. It is just not allowing them to know too much about you because you just met them.
Are we talking about just first dates?
We're talking about first dates.
Just first dates.
Honey, because I'm a first date connoisseur sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So give people portions. And I think that is true for everyone. You don't want to give too much of yourself to someone too soon. And we're going to talk about the cigar girl in just a few minutes because no man pan. Go in solely to have fun. Don't go in and say, oh, I think this is going to be my husband. Oh, I think this is going to be my wife. No, that's stupid. Go in with the sole expectation of having a good time and just getting to know someone new. You never know. Sometimes it could turn out to be something else. Blah, 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 blah. It could turn out to be something completely different. And that, when you lower your expectations, it decreases the acuity of you being disappointed. It decreases your chances of being disappointed if you already have low standards, so that if they decide they want to exceed the expectation or exceed the standard, you know, it's a good thing. Because
I'm still on acuity.
I'm sorry, maybe that was the wrong word. I should have used something else. My thing is, okay, so for me, and I hate to be so blunt about it, I go into it thinking they ain't shit already until they prove otherwise. And I honestly think that's the way that people should function so that, you know, you're not disappointed. It's an easy way to keep yourself from being disappointed. If you lower your expectations, you cannot be disappointed.
So you don't think you should give people the benefit of the doubt?
Hell no, trust is earned. Benefit of the doubt is earned. Until you show me that you have integrity, I'm not even going to think you have none.
Okay.
Is that the right mindset? Probably not.
But
But if you listen to that mindset, you're less likely to be let down. Be like, damn, I went in there thinking you wasn't gonna be shit, and you wasn't shit. Or I went in there thinking she was gonna be a hoe, and lo and behold, she was.
It sounds more like a defense mechanism.
It is absolutely a
Yeah,
defense.
because if I go in saying I'm not gonna make, like I'm a bartender, so if I go in and say I'm not gonna make no money,
No,
I'm not
You
gonna
can
make.
expect from it.
Yeah, but if I say I'm finna get to it, goddamn, it happens.
I think it's a bit different perspective because you know you, but you don't know this individual. And you're just not going in thinking that they are a hero so that when they show you that they're a scumbag, you're not disappointed.
Or is it low expectations or realistic expectations that you're trying to convey?
Possibly realistic expectations.
Yeah, because
Maybe
I think low expectations
it
is
just seems like you have low standards.
Okay,
right.
so let's do this a little bit different. So
Expect the worst, hope for the best. Like with something,
exactly that is the ideology that I'm
there's
thinking
gotta be
of.
some positivity in that thing.
The positivity is we're gonna have a good time. But I don't know who this individual is as a person, so I'm not putting anything past them, but I am not judging them in the same notion. Okay.
That makes sense.
So that's what I mean as far as lowering your expectations. Also, dudes, when you see red flags, believe them. Do not mistake them for Six Flags. Okay? Because that is something that I have done perpetually in the past, and it never got better. Honey, just like Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who you are, believe them. Okay?
Like, what's one you ignored and said, okay, I'm gonna just.
Let me tell y'all. Y'all want to.
Go through with it.
So, it was this one guy that I dated, and he would get, mad. He had a very quick temper, And so I was like, oh, well, maybe, I just said something. Or, come to find out, this man had now murdered somebody. Shot him cold, clean, and dead. And did time. That was a red flag. His quick temper, he could have shot me or beat me up. And one day he threatened to beat my ass. Red flag, and guess what?
You went back.
Went back. Six Flags. Young and retarded.
Is it a part of women that like some crazy shit? Like,
yes.
Is it, because it can't be all peaceful. It's gotta be, y'all like a little bit of crazy shit with that.
I don't think it's necessarily
Because if a nigga just, I'm coming home, I'm getting to it, I'm getting the money, I'm coming home, and it's like this same everyday shit, y'all motherfuckers is gonna be like, I'm bored.
No, I think that's people in general might do that. I don't think that's necessarily a female or a male thing. I think people in general may do that. Now, individuals who have been through some shit and have matured will appreciate a man or a woman who just goes to work, comes home, and treats them good. Once you've been through some things and you've experienced the goofy shit in the world, you'll appreciate the one that does not bring you shenanigans. First, do not get shitty drunk on the first date. Please, don't get drunk. Watch your drinks. Make sure people haven't put things in your drink. Try to stay as coherent as possible, because the point of you even being there is to get to know the other person. How you gonna do that if you sloppy drunk? The likelihood of you getting sexually assaulted goes up. You don't know these people. Stay coherent. And that not only goes for the male, that goes for the woman. This one girl was saying how she went on a date with a guy and he was high on cocaine when she got there. And drunk as Cooter Brown. Please don't do that. Cooter Brown. Okay?
Put it on the table.
Literally.
And I think...
Take it or leave it.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. One of the other things that I don't think you should talk about on the first date is, number one, your exes or past traumas. That's team too much. A lot of people do that. Well, my ex did this and my ex did that. I ain't here to talk about your ex. You're not here to talk about your ex. I don't want to hear about it. Let's talk about each other. What we're looking for, what we're doing in life, what we look for doing in the future. What are some expectations? Blah, blah, blah. Do I like music? What kind of music do you like? What's some things coming up? Blah, blah. I don't want to know about your ex. I don't want to know how your ex used to stalk you. Leave it. Until you've gotten to know that person and you feel more comfortable with expressing that to them, then you discuss it. Graduate. Don't just be throwing shit on people. That's crazy. It's crazy. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Now, this specifically, I'm really talking to the ladies because men already do this for the most part. Most men already do this, but don't put all of your eggs in one basket. If you are dating and you and that individual have not talked exclusivity, you are not obligated to only date them. Now, if you want to do that, then that is your choice. I do not recommend, okay? I do not recommend that because you will have wasted your time with someone and eventually started a situationship that you wanted to turn into a relationship, that you hoped turned into a relationship, and now you're just having sex or being with this individual who has no idea or has no intention of even being with you. So ladies especially, please, and dating does not equal sex. If you wanted to, that's on you, but dating does not mean sex. You can date as many people as you can handle. Just don't get your stuff crossed up, okay? I have lost both my earrings, but that's okay because I'm giving a word tonight and y'all gonna hit this word.
The
Okay?
devil don't want you to speak.
He don't want me to talk to the people about dating because they finna get this. Because this is Black History Month.
Uh-huh.
And this is the month of love.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And so what we want to do
Uh-huh.
is strengthen our community. And the way we strengthen our community is by creating families. And how the hell you gonna create a family if you don't date
If you
first?
don't date.
Come on.
Okay.
The devil is busy. So you gotta make sure you date. I think it is very important that we talk about this, especially during Black History Month, because Black love in our community is so important. It is so pertinent to build Black families. Okay? Throughout history, the Black family has been completely obliterated. And I think we're finally, slowly but surely getting back on track. That is why I'm going through these do's and don'ts as far as dating is concerned, because a lot of people do these things during dating.
What about if you want to get that pussy up?
Listen, if you want to bust it down, bust it down. Listen, I tell everybody this story. My sister and her husband have been together for 13 years. Maybe 14 years. Married for 13, 14 years. They met at the club. They had sex on the first night. She got up the next morning and cooked the man a fried bologna sandwich.
Look at God.
And they've been married for 14. I still can't figure out what bologna it is.
I fought the shit out of mama the first time. We've been together 20 years.
See?
That bullshit ass
Yeah,
rule of
like,
90
It's-
days. 90
it's-
days.
it's-
Within 5 days.
But you know, you have to do...
You know.
You do know.
But
But
it
you
was
also
also-
have to do what is best for
Right.
you. Come on, God. And listen, we get information from people who have been in the game 20 years. So listen, do y'all have any more input as far as dating is concerned? I think I've given the people a little
I
synopsis
think
of...
you've done good.
Thank
I think you
you.
did great.
Well, thank you. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please make sure that you tune in for the post show. Happy Valentine's Day or Happy Valentine's Month, but also Happy Black History Month. The goal, of course, is to troll, but hopefully we all get together as a community, build families, build wealth, and start fighting against the machines that were built against us. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with Trolling with Gwen.
Rolling with the homies.